everybody, it's your boy Bob Hollywood, bringing you another review. This time I'm going to be reviewing this Fortnite figure. It is Peely. As you can see, he's a banana, a giant banana. He's a smaller banana because this is the Jazwares. What do they call the 3 3/4 inch line? I can't even think. But there's a name for it. They have a name for their 3 3/4 inch figures, and they have a name for their 6 inch figures. So I can't remember what it's called, but this is the 3 3/4 inch version, and we're going to be reviewing him. Not only are we going to be reviewing him, I'm going to talk about his articulation, stuff like that, but I'm also going to compare him to his larger counterpart, his larger Jazware counterpart. Unfortunately, I do not have the McFarlane version, but I'm going to get you at least that one comparison. So without further ado, let me get this guy open for you. And as you can see, I've got him out of his package. I skipped the fuss. I didn't want you guys to hear me struggling with his packaging, but here he is. It's Peely. He's just a little banana with arms and legs and a face. He's halfway peeled. I guess that's where he gets the name Peely, because he is peeled. As you can see, I'll put him down. He comes with 2 accessories. He comes with this harvesting tool, which is a banana on a stick, which is pretty cool. And obviously, it'll fit in his hand, which I'll show you eventually. And you get this building material. And as you can see, my stage, what I'm reviewing, is made of building materials. It's made of these wood, and it's got brick back there. And it's also got this very same building material right here. This is the metal one. There are other ones that came out after this of even more materials, and I know they have like doors or whatever. I'm moving away from the 3 3/4 inch figures, so I don't really have too much. It's just that I really wanted a Peely. I wanted Peely in all his different forms, as I was mentioning earlier. I do want the McFarlane, not just one of each. I want to, like, not necessarily army build, but like world build these guys, because they're so versatile. And I'm going to show you some pictures when this is all done of what I mean by that. But yeah, they're super versatile. This is my first one that I've opened. I do have the bigger one that I was talking about as well. I'm going to review him. But there's this guy. And this guy, I'm not the first to review this. It's been out for a little while. But I still think it's a pretty cool concept. It's a banana that you can play as. Let me give you some size comparisons to other 3 3/4 inch figures, including other Fortnite figures. But this is just a really cool idea, I think. As you see on the back, he has a sticker that says Nana Nana. Yeah, that's painted on. That's not coming off. But so every Peely is going to have that. But that's still pretty cool. And you see he has a peg in his back, a hole in his back rather, for a peg, for a back bling. This one did not come with a back bling. So I do not have one that I can put in for him. I really did get rid of most of my 3 3/4 inch figures, especially all my Fortnite figures. I have a few, but I don't know where I have the back bling. So we're just going to say I don't have any. And let's go over his articulation. Why don't we do that? Let's do that first. It's been a while since I've done a review. Whoops, I dropped him. It's been a while since I've done a review. But he doesn't have any head articulation, any torso articulation. This banana piece is solid. But he does have his arms, which go up this high, better than 90 degrees. And they also rotate at that same shoulder. He has his elbows. Is that 90 degrees? Maybe not quite. Maybe. That's about 90 degrees. He's not double jointed, so it's not going to go in. Let me lower my camera for you a little bit. Again, bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm trying to make more content. His elbow rotates. It's on a pivot. And the same thing with his hand. His hand is on a hinge, and it rotates. His legs come out this far. He can give you the banana splits. Can he balance? He can balance. So there's that. And he also has a thigh swivel, thigh cut. His legs go forward this much. Back, not really at all. A little bit, but not much. Double jointed knee. It's just double jointed knee. And his ankle has a rocker and a forward facing pivot. So that's pretty cool. Get his height for you. Probably should have done height first, but that's his height. So, okay, it's weird. So from the bottom of his foot to the top of his little banana thing, he is between 4.5 inches and 4 3/4 inches. But if you turn him around, what would be considered his face, he is about 3 3/4 above his eyes. So he's an odd proportion just because his body he's all body. You don't know where his head is. And what I say by that is the bigger ones, they have a clear-cut head or face, if that makes sense. But that's cool. Mine has this little spot right here. But other than that, he's really good. He's yellow, mostly yellow. And this appears to be sculpted in this color, molded in this color, rather. Excuse me. This white up here is paint. And you can even see in between there, I'm sorry, in there where it's yellow. So the white is paint. There's a little bit of white paint back here. Doesn't want to come off. Again, that's paint as well. His elbows painted brown. This part is, I was about to say this part's molded, but nope, this part's painted brown. It's a separate piece, but it's painted. His eyes are a part of the sculpt, so they were painted as well. You can see underneath where I painted, and his mouth's painted. All this is paint, so this guy is all yellow. You can see where the yellow's bleeding, right there. Excuse me. This guy's all yellow, yellow plastic, and then there's paint on it, which is cool. You see how it goes from orange up here, back to yellow down to orange again. Kind of makes it look like a real banana. I don't have a real banana to compare this guy with, but it's cool. I would like to see him in different colors, like if there was a green peely. I don't know if that's part of that's in the game. And you see his banana here. His banana harvesting tool goes right into his hand. It can go in either hand, but I have it in his right hand. And I'll be honest with you, I've never played Fortnite. I don't know if it's forward this way or forward that way. You would think it'd be forward this way, but you would also think that a banana wouldn't be very effective at building or harvesting things to build. And as you can see, he has holes in his feet for the pegs that are on these stands. I don't have any other stands to try it on, but it works. I mean, I have these stands, but I don't have any stands that's not from Fortnite in front of me. There's one on each foot again. Oops. Give me some trouble with his right foot. That's also because this isn't sturdy. If this was just on the ground, it'd be a little bit better, but this is raised. It's kind of like a stage. I'm using it for a stage. So I've compared him. I mean, I did his height. Sorry about that, folks. My cat's just in here going wild. So let's compare his height to some other 3 3/4 inch figures. Excuse me. The first one I'm going to compare him with is Jonesy. Jonesy is one of my favorite designs. Not really a character, they're just skins. But he's one of my favorites. I have him in his larger Jazwares size too. Don't have him in the McFarlane because in general, I'm not a fan of 7-inch figures. So the humans, I wouldn't necessarily want, but I would want Peely in that form. And as you can see, Jonesy's head comes above Peely's eyes, but below the pinnacle of his head. Let me move this closer for you. There you go. So, but Peely's clearly taller than him. So that's a side by side. I'm throwing another 3 3/4 inch figure. Just this blue Power Ranger. I'm not sure which series that's from. The blue Power Ranger is taller. Let me move this over. The blue Power Ranger is same thing. His head is in between Peely's eyes and the pinnacle of his head, but Peely is still taller. Let's get these two out of there. And let's compare him to one of my favorite characters from the Star Wars trilogy sequel trilogy. Not necessarily a good character, but neither was the movies, but Captain Phasma. She's slightly taller for a stormtrooper. Same thing. Peely's taller when it comes to the pinnacle of that head, even though her face and head, she'd be looking down at him in his eyes. But let's try it with a random toy. This is 3 3/4, but this is Pocahontas from Burger King back in the day. And you see Pocahontas is still looking down at him, but nowhere near as tall as Phasma or him. Get those two out of there. I'm compared to another woman. This core figure of, I want to say, Snakebite. Looking down on him. All of them are looking down on him. And then the last figure, I'll compare him to a Marvel figure. Oops. Juggernaut doesn't want to stand up. I got rid of most of my 3 3/4 figures, man. I have a bunch of Deadpools. I have this Juggernaut. I have a Colossus. I have a very few core figures. Got rid of most of my Star Wars. Mostly I have, I got rid of most of my G.I. Joe. Just have a few. So this Juggernaut is finally one that's taller than him, as you can see. So he's really looking down on him. And he knocked Peely down. He knocked Snakebite down. They both have red hair. Are they siblings? Sister. But anyway, guys, I don't really have much to say. I guess I can compare him to his taller counterpart. I'll do that. Here is bigger Peely with the happy eyes closed. And you see they're about the same, like proportion wise, like it makes sense. I mean, these aren't made by the same company. Again, I would like to compare it to the McFarlane, but I just don't have that figure to compare it with. So I think it's a pretty good figure. I think Jazwares did a good job with the articulation. And the articulation's almost the same as it is with all their figures, but some of their figures do have maybe a little bit. They have like ab crunch and they have head movement, but other than that, like the arms and the legs are the same, which is pretty cool at this point. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Again, I'm going to show you guys some pictures after this video. Some pictures are going to show, but like, comment, subscribe. Please do that for me. I want to grow this channel. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to take off. And the more comments I get, the more subscriptions I get, the more shares, the more interaction I get with the people, the easier it is for me to be noticed and me get better equipment, stuff like that. So please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. For the year 2021, I'm trying to bring you a video every day of a toy review. So that's 365. If it's a leap year, 364, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be good at this and successful at this. I took a really long break, and I just want to come back swinging. So I'll let you later. Thanks for watching.